Hello, welcome to another edition of the Mr. Lewis Mini Lecture. I am Chad Lewis, pastor, teacher, and author, and today we're going to talk about the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment is a philosophical movement that began in Western civilization, 17th and 18th centuries. It started first in Britain and then in France. You can reverse those, France or Britain. But then it spread east to Germany and eventually, of course, to America, and has gone to many other countries since. But at its heart, the Enlightenment is essentially about this: the liberation of man's ability to reason from any kind of external authority, whether that of the church or that of the state. The list of Enlightenment thinkers is a virtual who's who of all the greatest minds of the 17th and 18th centuries. If you're in Britain, you have people like Thomas Hobbes, or empirical thinkers like David Hume and George Berkeley and John Locke. If you head down into France, in addition to Descartes, you of course have Diderot and Voltaire, the encyclopedists, political thinkers like Montesquieu. In the Netherlands, Spinoza, the great monist and pantheist. If you head east into Germany, you have thinkers like Leibniz and Christian Wolff, and of course Immanuel Kant, later followed by Hegel and the other German idealists. And even in America, you have people like Thomas Jefferson, and even Jonathan Edwards could be considered an Enlightenment thinker in America. There's a lot of discussion about whether the Enlightenment was a good thing or a bad thing. If you are part of a conservative Christian organization, you will hear people say, oh, the Enlightenment was a bad thing. It was anti-religious. If you're part of a free-thinking or an atheist society, it's say the Enlightenment was the best thing since sliced bread. Both of these are oversimplifications. The Enlightenment was very, very complicated. You have pantheists like Spinoza. You have skeptics like David Hume. You have deists like Thomas Jefferson. Large number of Enlightenment thinkers were Christians like Leibniz or John Locke. René Descartes was a Roman Catholic. And of course, you have people in the Enlightenment movement who were broad theists. Even if they weren't Christians, they were believers in God. So we need to make sure that we don't flatten the Enlightenment out and turn it into something either necessarily good or necessarily bad. A great many different worldviews came out of the Enlightenment because, again, it was about the liberation of reason from any kind of external authority. Right now, we are living in a post-Enlightenment society, but the values of the Enlightenment are still very much under attack. Lesser so these days by the authority of the church, and increasingly so by the external authority of the state. As a post-Enlightenment Christian, I encourage you, use your reason. Do not believe or act in any kind of a way simply because an external authority tells you to do so. Use your reason. Thank you. Remember, you can listen to my sermons for free online at newtempleec.com. For all you readers out there, buy my book, Norman's Descent, on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Till then, my fellow travelers, Pax Tibi, and God bless.